My name is Keegan Thompson. I am a communications major here at Valparaiso University. I am a player on the Valpo Esports Super Smash Bros. Team, and I'm also a professional level esports commentator. I started just practicing Smash Brothers at home. I started going online, doing online tournaments, and Tristan Leonard, the lead director of the esports program here, reached out to me before I'd even heard about Valpo from back in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where I come from. And he asked me if I wanted to come here to play esports, so we set up a couple meetings and I decided I would go for a visit. When I saw the esports lab, I just thought, whoa, this is cut above what I was expecting actually. This is very cool. It got a very professional setup. This is a big program already. We have 50 plus players, 5 teams, and it's just growing. The growth and the momentum we're getting is absolutely just snowballing. Communications department is where I find myself. That's my biggest skill is being able to talk. And as a professional esports commentator right now, I want to improve those skills that I have and possibly break into professional sports, or if esports works out and I can do it full time, I would love to. But I need that skill work, that training here in order to break into that upper echelon, I think. Balancing my major with what I'm doing in esports actually isn't as difficult as what some people might think. As I commentate this game professionally, I can incorporate a lot of what I learned in the classroom to that aspect of broadcasting, which is really fun. I feel like I have a leg up on the competition in that regard. I love my residence hall. I'm in Lankenau right now, and my roommate's actually a member of the Rocket League team. So, I go watch their matches. He cheers me on whenever we watch mine, and it's just a great connection we have there with all of our other teams. Everyone's so supportive of each other. Everyone relishes in each other's success. It's a great community. There's a lot of players here from a bunch of different esports that you can learn from. There's players that are probably going to be on your specific team that will be there for you whenever you need them, in or out of the game. And it's a fun environment to be a part of. Anytime you are here to work, you have a good time. And I can't think of any better reason than that.
And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, for the start of our Valpo Varsity Overwatch here versus Indiana State. I'm your host, Diadem. I'm here with my co-host,
Gio.
And this is going to be for the MVC. Valpo currently 1-1 in this league right now. And moving on to our maps really quick, we're actually going to be taking Lijiang Tower first, right? We've seen Lijiang be kind of the map choice of plenty as we move into the gameplay here. Going to have on the Valpo side, Atlas, Lycabus, Fusic, Meepo, and NH Cool Stuff. And then for the side of Indiana State, we're going to have Oben, Kiago, Chex, Crossfade, and Justin Jason. First map, right, we had Doomfist, Reaper bans, so obviously trying to stay away from those early engages, those early brawls. We know Fusic likes to get up and active as already the quick shot from the bat. Meepo's going to get the first kill, and Valpo just on their front foot as we speak, just pushing back to this front spot. And now you have such a great choke point. You can send one back for cap. You just have to make sure you take as much advantage as you can of this early positioning. You have Fusic on the hazard. We've seen, again, you ban the Doomfist, you pick the other dashing tank, right? You know, there's still Winston in the back pocket, there's still Diva in the back pocket. I feel like there's a lot of options that can go here, but Doomfist gets so much use out of Lijiang Tower because it's such an enclosed space that I get the ban. And then obviously, you don't want to have Doomfist, and you don't want to, if you don't have Doomfist, you don't really want to play into a tank buster like Reaper, so take it out. And I know that Indiana State does like to play that Reaper, so definitely a good snipe. As a quick kill right there from Atlas. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication as the healing just wasn't present, and Lucio falls again. Atlas with a double kill, looking around for the third, and the Immortality is not going to keep it for long. Atlas with a 4K right there. Fusic finishing up the last kill, and a quick, clean swipe right there from Valpo is going to just secure 40% on this point.
Yeah, and Atlas already at ultimate. No one else really in the vicinity because of that. Moving to 50%. No, unlocking the perks. I know those are gonna change tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah. I have purposely strayed away from speaking about the update tomorrow because I will derail this whole stream. But I wanna save it for our first Overwatch stream that we come back, or any kind of talk. But there is a lot of changes incoming, so Valpo's going to enjoy the comfort that they have right now in the meta because it's not going to last. Atlas with a quick ult pop right there is going to be able to set up for the double. Oh my goodness, the last swipe right there, being able to take out two. Fusic getting the third one. Lycabus going to be able to finish that off, and it is just a show of damage in this front line right now. All that's left is Soldier running back, chip in the half, and Valpo dominantly controlling this first point here. 85% left. You're going to have to see if beat is going to be enough to at least launch them on the point. They're going to have to send something here, but I feel like if you have teardown, yeah, Fusic has teardown, you can kind of stop that speed that you want. And especially coming around the corner, here comes the teardown, and it hits 3. The beat is going to drop like a bus, also whops the ult as well. Swiping in the back line, going to be able to take out most of the util here. Picks off one, look for the second one. Only going to get the hit marker, the biotic field keeping him alive here, but just going to have enough damage. There's the beat drop for Valpo as well. Going to have enough tankiness on this point. You just have to try and survive. One support is down for the side of Valpo, though, and Lycabus is going to be able to at least trade that off. It's more of an even fight than you'd expect with the ult charges that Valpo had going into this. But, I mean, Indiana State is trying their best to stay alive, but it's not going to last for long. Fusic and Atlas kind of been the story of this whole first point here. Those two just going at it back-to-back, securing this first objective and moving Valpo 1 point.
Yeah, honestly, not too much of a fight from Indiana State, except right there at the end with the ultimates. But great showing out of the DPS from Valpo. Pretty typical what we expect out of them. Once they get going, they kind of start to snowball.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of the time what we see after this is a team bans a tank. If it doesn't work because our tank kind of has the deepest bag out of all of our players, and then they move on to the DPS, and then they get the issue where your tank can play whatever he wants again, and they just are kind of caught in a nasty cycle. I think teams actually have had the best success rate when they've banned the Lucio.
Yep.
It took NH Cool Stuff's ability to move around the map and kind of facilitate away.
Yep. It usually goes like that, but I mean, instantly getting the first move off, and his cool stuff, just starting it off strong like he wants to, like a bus with another tap. We see that kind of ban cycle a lot of the times when we face other teams, because that first game, you don't really know how important those picks are for us, right? Like you have the scouting report, you have these kind of games, but it's sometimes hard to tell if those picks are always picked because they complement the other team, or they're always picked because they are our best support picks, right? So you kind of have to feel that out a little bit. As a nice spear right there from Marisa is going to be able to finish off Fusic, just get quick bursted right there. And Valpo contesting this point, trying not to delay anything here. Only one more person dropping is Atlas, and the rest of the team is going to back up. You at least don't stagger any kills here. You have to be a little bit careful, but yeah, the Orisa pick is really nice, right? Now that you're in less of an enclosed space, kind of Orisa has less of a chance of getting just completely targeted or moved past. You know, you kind of have to choose one or the other. If you split any of your attention facing Orisa, you end up just feeling impossible. As he checks again with another boop off right there. Tank has been setting the pace on this second point. Baptiste falling instantly low. Fusic going to be able to swipe and finish off that kill. So it is going to be at least a little even here. The Suzu comes out. Cass going to be one, and Lycabus finishes off that kill. Atlas still getting back to the point, but Lycabus is going to look for his second one right there. Gets the second one, looking for the third as well. He is a monster right now on this point, getting the reset dash. Now all that's left is Orisa, and finishing it off there. A 4K for Lycabus on the point with a quick capture is going to move this back in Valpo's favor.
Yeah, Gates and Blade gonna be up in this next one for Valpo. Got the Orisa ultimate and the Baptiste wall almost ready, but that's kind of damaging, so you know you're gonna have to out damage the Gates healing.
Yeah, you have a really nice window setup here. At least when you push around this side, you have a really good axis point onto point. I feel like that, or an axis view onto point. Excuse me. A nice wall right there is gonna be able to cut off 3, and then immediately the gates are open for the side of Valpo. Here comes the Orisa ult, and he scoops up with the first kill of the game, getting another boop off. Atlas and Meatball finishing off, and it is just a slaughter in Valpo's favor here. 4 falling down, and 5th going right after. Team kill for Valpo. And 50% on the point, being able to take that. I mean, you popped two ults there to win that fight against B and against the Orisa ult. So you go 2 for 2, you take that trade, and you still have ults available to you. I feel like the advantage is all in Valpo's favor. So you're going to see Meepo here taking a nice aggressive angle. I like to see this out of him. He is doing his best when he's taking these aggressive shots and angles around the corner, because you just have so much space to push on. And then you jump back to your team as Lycabus's blade pops, and he gets one dash, gets the second reset right there. It's going to be a double kill for him, and you're still working with the people on point. He's looking for the triple. Fusic is going to be able to finish off the third, and Atlas with the dash gets the fourth. Another team kill back-to-back for Valpo, pushing him 90%. You still have Atlas's ult. You still have beat dropped. Even though the ults are coming up for the side of Indiana State, I don't know if they're going to be able to get onto it as fast enough, because you have 99%. And I mean, I'm rolling over my words here because Valpo is just moving at this breakneck pace. Valpo, first map, taking it.
Yeah, probably a couple of play the game potential plays here. It's actually going to be the Lycabus. I think they're probably I think the first instance in this game, if I had to assume. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like here.
Yeah.
But a little better of a fight out of Indiana State there. Put up a little more resistance, but I still wouldn't say it was too much. Especially if you're Valpo, you know, you're Coach Bryce. You're not really worried. I wouldn't be shocked to see us make a swap on DPS here to get L some games. Because, you know, there was just a little bit of a difference between the teams, and you could tell.
Yeah, especially with the swaps, right? I feel like in the second map, Indiana State had a great idea going to the sim. All right, going to sim Orisa, I feel like is not a bad option at all into that, because you have to beam for Genji. Orisa deals with a lot of the mobility that you have out of our tank, but it definitely was just at that point, Valpo had the momentum that they needed, and Lycabus put on a show. Atlas was a monster on first point, and then Lycabus came out on second point, so I feel like our DPS are really, really shining here. And also NH Cool Stuff had like 3 environmental kills, so I always got to mention it, and I see it because I know how happy he is getting those environmental kills. So that is going to be it for map 1 at least, but we will tune back to you guys when we have map 2 ban information and when we get rolling. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our map 2 here at Valpo Esports. We're going to be moving on to Coliseum, right? Getting a push map in. Valpo likes these kind of aggressive comps, likes these dive comps especially. But if we move over to gameplay really quickly, you're going to see we're not on the Kiri. We are on Wuyong Lucio, which I like. I like Wuyong Lucio as a backline. I feel like the healing is just insane. Especially when you have such a self-reliant tank like Wrecking Ball, you need characters that are going to be able to not only output damage, but be really, really sustainable in the backline. Wuyong is hard to kill, hard to get on, and because of that, your tank doesn't really need to spend time protecting him, right? You can kind of just play around us. You're going to see, Fusick already getting active right there. First kill on the map, getting a pick around the corner, just kind of catching him by surprise. Jumps down on the Ana as well, looking for the pick there. Lycabas is going to be able to dash in the back line, hopefully finish off that one, but looks like the booping will be a little bit too much. Not enough, though. Fusick gets that one. Atlas walks up with the Soldier 76, gets a quick shot right there, and Indiana State is just already on the back foot now as a quick... I see that ball tech. I saw that ball tech, Fusick. Okay, we get the ball dash reset to finish off that kill there. Okay.
Now we're quarter peaking on ball.
Yep.
This is just where it becomes a nightmare if you're Indiana State, because how do you get him out?
Yeah. There's nobody on your team that can really deal with him at that range, because unless you're gonna Reaper TP somebody, Cass has to wait for him to get in range. Which at that point, if Cass is using Hinder Grenade on one, he's not using it on the other. Lycabas getting a Reflect. It's so funny. It changed the color of the kill for the Reflect. Again. Yeah, but no, that's gonna be another team wipe right there for Valpo. I feel like their comp is just disgusting right now for what Indiana State came out on, right? Which obviously, sometimes it's just a coin flip. You can't really control that. But Indiana State really needs to swap it, because they haven't changed anything they're doing, and Valpo hasn't changed anything they're doing, and the point's at 80 meters.
Yeah, there's the all into the back line here. I mean, it is being a nuisance. Interesting, we were seeing Atlas on the Soldier 76. Usually that happens if they sub Ellen, plays that hit scan, but very interesting. We see the Reaper that was banned in the first one played in this one, so.
Yeah. I was wondering, because I think he is the Reaper dude, but I feel like into this team comp, it's just so hard to play that if you really want to force it, I don't think now's the time, as Valpo is just running over them at the moment. Like it's about the best I can see. Okay, he's got the mythic. He's got the mythic. I see it. I see the vision. He's gonna have a break come out, but yeah, immediately Lycabas gets ulted right there. Meepo getting off the kill from the proc. Gonna at least be able to trade one though. Lycabas's blade is going to just finish off the tank there, and you're still playing around that corner, pushing the robot, and I think all that's left is Ana on point, because Valpo has just completely decimated this round. I think there was one elimination so far. Actually, that's going to be two. Hold on. I spoke too soon. The game's not over. Fusick gets a roll around on point, going to be able to finish off that one. Meepo sitting in the back. Kiago teleporting on point, trying to just keep this alive. You're going to see you just have so much sustain from this team and so much space you create that, I mean, outside of those two elims, that was going to be it. Valpo with the quickest push win we've had all year.
Yeah, I mean, the only time that was stopped was maybe 10 seconds at the beginning, and like 10 seconds at the end. But, there wasn't much to say. I mean, I think they did need to swap, but I mean, there wasn't even much time to swap, honestly. There were opportunities there, but that one ended so fast. It was over before it started.
Yeah, that was there was no contesting on the point a single time other than the very, very end. And that was it. That was unironically, that could have been close to a world record for fastest push point, because from the moment that it spawned, we had control, and only the very, very last moment we got. But that's it. Yeah, obviously, showing a little love in the chat. I appreciate that. You got pinned by our director, so that's a great honor, quite frankly. Getting pinned by a director for being positive, it's a great day. Valpo just had the quickest push win in program history, and you're also getting pinned by a director. What a wonderful time.
And this is not to hate on Indiana State, but I forgot it was push. It felt more like hybrid.
Yeah.
Because they didn't move the other direction at all.
I blinked.
It all went one way. I was like, okay, they're getting their round now.
Yeah.
But they're not getting it right. That's just
Yeah.
game over.
Yeah. Dude, Valpo, listen. I love seeing you guys win. I get paid by the hour when we cast, and I'm getting paid nothing for this. Like, let's extend it a little bit. Let's swap in. Let's get L back on Mercy. Let's get L back on Moira. Let's send in some shots here. But no, obviously still got a map to play. Still got to finish it out strong. So we will catch you guys at the start of our map 3. And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for the start of our map 3 of this Valpo Varsity Overwatch versus Indiana State. I'm your host, Diadem. I'm here with my co-host,
Gio.
And we're going to be moving on to Shambhala Monastery, for our map 3. Valpo being up 2-0 in the series right now. Pretty dominant wins in both maps, so hopefully going to be able to carry that into this map, as we're going to see Atlas, Lycabuzz, Fusic, Meepo, and NH Cool Stuff still sticking with the roster. We're going to have Meepo coming out on Alari here, which is not a pick we've seen him play, but...
Ever, I don't think.
Yeah, I will say, if there's a map to pull it out on, it's now. Right, Fusic getting the Doomfist that was banned that very first map, so like getting the Doomfist fix, and you know that you're gonna have Bastion out on the side of Indiana State. I do like it. I mean, Bastion Sigma has a really nice setup on Shambhala. I feel like you're given kind of free high ground as a defender that you can use, so kind of setting up on this corner. What you do run into the issue of is getting pinched like this if you let the payload go a little bit too far under you without getting any picks, because Meepo wins out the kill on the Alari as well. Atlas with a double kill in the backline. Lycabuzz finishing off the third one. And this fight is all but over. You're going to have the rollout from Fusic as well, trying to get up to the top. But again, like we've seen before, it's kind of that first kill and then play it out in We're gonna have a swap. Oh, they're just ash pocketing. Oh, we just doing this now. Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. You know, give the rock to the ash. I respect it, but you're gonna see Lycabus instantly push this corner right here. Gonna get healed up a little bit, has to take out that pylon, but your back's set up now after this first checkpoint. You did get first checkpoint really fast, but I mean, you can always take a little bit more pressure. Gonna get anti there as well. You have a lot of tools at your disposal. Yeah, there's
ash pocket. They're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, there is the ash pocket you have to worry about. I feel like it's kind of rough now because Fusik now has somebody that he has to constantly tag, right, for Valpo. But obviously, you can see right here, this is the danger of going the ash pocket, is that when you're playing into a dive team, they're just going to dive you. There's a quick double kill right there. Fusik and Lycabus just working back to back. You cannot reflect the rock. Good try. I like it. I like it. You see the instincts are kicking in there, but Lycabus knows he can't do that. You just got to try anyways. Fusik, Atlas finishing off that kill, and they're going to be able to move this. Not getting the first checkpoint. I feel like they might be able to take one more fight before they get to it, but with the rollouts that Valpo has, you're not going to be staggered at all. Yeah, there's the push in. You're just going to have already set up, and you've moved back a little bit. I think if you're Indiana State, I'm not sure what to do, honestly, at this point. You tried the pocket. I feel like the only way you really can catch on to this is if you go dive for dive. But I don't think that's something that a team can like just pull out instantly if they haven't practiced before or they're not comfortable on it. Because dive is very communication heavy, right? It's really hard to play dive without being comfortable on either dive characters or dive positions. As you're gonna see right here, pushing to the back, there comes the ult out of Alari. Meepo are going to be able to get one. The Sigma is at least going to trade, but Fusik has already picked off a second one. Bastion follow in the back line. And now all that's left is Sigma and Mercy on point, which is more dangerous than you expect. But against, 5 people and Atlas dropping ult right here, we're somehow getting a crazy targeting effect on our screen. I have never seen that before, but we got that. But Lycabus finishing off. Point is moving in, and I mean, there hasn't really been a stoppage yet.
No, right? I don't even know if they're going to get to it with Fusik running interference here on this side. They're going to have to go out their left. Valpo's right, and they will get it with 0.68. 0.01 more would have been great.
Yeah, there's the shot. I mean, you have the ults just coming out now. You can see Doomfist is just nasty right now.
It's,
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, cause like, if you're gonna play into this team, it's really hard to deal with Doomfist, right? Like as a tank, excuse me, if you play tank, Doomfist is not the easiest thing to deal with. That was the sentence I was trying to handle, because you either have the option of trying to face tank him, right, which a lot of shield characters kind of just go against Doomfist and make Doomfist really, really easy to play because you just get a free, slow-moving target. Or you have to try and create space yourself while Doomfist dives your line, which in that case, you're leaving it up to your teammates. So I think swapping-wise, I'm not sure how they want to go about this offense. Yeah, it looks like of us picking Junkrat. You have a soldier. I think if there's any time to pick Junkrat, it's right now. You're up 2-0 in the series. You have a hit scan already to deal with the verticality on this map, and you have a lot of open airspace, right? And Junkrat kind of loves this area because you're gonna see, this right corner right here, he can toss bombs down and he has free ricochets, and then all of the left lane that he has is free airspace to fly around, right? So you have anybody that can catch him. Meepo is on Mercy as well, so that's always fun. But we're having a little goof and a gaff on the comp wise, but I'm trying to analytically justify this Junkrat pick, and I feel like I can find a good spot for it because they're instantly diving, and you're gonna see these kind of lanes that you play as. You do have the Orisa swap. I like the Orisa swap into Doom. Makes it so that you play a tanky character that has a hard time actually dealing with or has an easier time dealing with Doomfist Dash. But you have this Hanzo as well in the back. I kind of like Hanzo here. I actually I feel like face face checking a lot of the characters on Valpo has not been going too well, so you might as well just spam arrows, right? You just gotta throw arrows down the side and see if you can hit anything. But Fusick already getting the first pick right there, waiting for the Orisa form to finish off before knocking her back into the team. He is going to be purple, but I feel like you're not going to get punished for that all too well because you have the Lucio speed that, yeah, you're just going to go in right there. Fusick with a quick, a quick punch right there. Going to be able to finish off one, and then the other one, oh. Yeah. It's, you know what? This is a good test in, it's a good test in casting because quite frankly, there have been games like this many times before, and you kind of need to always figure out things to talk about. And that's where I'm at right now because we have you're trying to push into this hallway, and Junkrat is just getting free damage everywhere he goes right now. They're going to be able to move this up to the side, but Atlas, you can see, just flanks her on the right. And now that you have the numbers advantage, you can play a little bit more aggressively. Yep, here comes Atlas again. He's going to look in the back line. Quick tracking right there. That's what he practices for. Atlas finishing off with the damage pool. Lycabus and Fusick now just destroy this without the support in the backline they were looking for. And Meepo is looking to get a little bit active with the blaster. I see it.
Yeah, at this point you might as well just go damage Mercy, right? Like just pull out the Glock.
I feel like
I'll leave it on NH Cool. It's NH Cool Stuff's fault then if the heals don't come through, right? Good sleep there, but the ult is just going to bail Fusick out. So I mean, did he land up top and that do nothing on accident?
I think he meant to land up top, I'm gonna be honest. He didn't want to land in any spot where he could be CC'd, right? He just needs to get his ability out and dash because if he gets speared in the backline going for damage on Baptiste, he's dead, right? Lycabus is the first person to drop though, playing really aggressively. Is gonna get rezzed, and it's Orisa and Mercy stuck in this corner. Atlas is at least gonna trade out, but Orisa is gonna be able to at least get one for that. Fusick now pushing to this back. He has the damage that he needs. Atlas has just been a monster this round. Just cleaning up kills wherever needed. It is really nice, right, when you have the security of, the classic, God's intended way to play Overwatch. Flex DPS, hit scan DPS. they complement each other so well. But I'm just joking about that. But when you have that security of that comp switch up, you don't have to worry about the damage. If you need to take an off angle, you can trust that your other teammate can cover that, right? If they're in a short corner, it leaves Soldier very cleanly. Just look down the corner as the Riptire is going to be popped. Really nice spear right there is going to be able to land on Mercy. He's dashing around the side. He has to try and wait out that immortality. He's going to get around this corner right there. Hasn't found it, but even though Valpo picked up 3 kills there, I'm going to count it as a loss because he got shot by Hanzo. Waiting on the wall right there. Does get the stun out and just a shot. That's another clean kill right there. 16 seconds left on the clock, and Valpo is probably going to clean this up very nicely here. As you have Hanzo ult coming up, you have Death Blossom coming up, but you're going to see like Valpo is keeping the pressure on so that you don't have just like a clean 5-man, right? Like that's the whole idea with this is you're not in much of a danger of those huge team fight kills if you are getting picks, but obviously Fusick is going to be able to walk up first. Lycabus is going to trade 1 kill, however. So you're going 1 for 1, but Atlas, oh my goodness, he's just a demon right now. He is a demon in human form because that is another 4K for him. Like on this point right there, the TP and the Death Blossom is not going to do much because this series is over. Valpo, a clean 3-0, a dominant 3-0 to win over Indiana State in the MVC, moving them to 2-1.
Yeah, there's not much you could say. There's just a little bit of a mismatch, and sometimes that happens when you're playing the traditional athletics conferences. It's whatever team that school can field, and it's not rank based like something like the NACE or NECC would be. But there's Atlas at the end of that game, and that will do it. A quick 3-0. Took 32 minutes, basically. I'm sure they didn't start right at 6 p.m., so probably even shorter, which is a really, really fast series.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to pop in for quick Overwatch action and then pop back out, our Valpo varsity team has you covered because that was a clean 3-0. But quite frankly, not much I could ask from them. Otherwise, I feel like they played well into the bans. Oh, sorry?
Expected result from the matchup we had going in here.
Yes, yeah. This is what they prepped for, obviously. It was really rough for Indiana State to deal with Dive. and that is the best thing we do here. If you've seen any of our streams, you've seen any of our comps, we love dive. And quite frankly, with next season, it's only going to get better. Like, next season is unironically a Valpo buff because dive is about to get insanely good. So that's going to be it from us here in the booth today. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the likes, comments. Thank you. Shout out to my boy in the comments. I appreciate you. You got pinned, so that's all the validation you'll ever need. I appreciate all the support. Your help made us win this game. It is on you. Thank you. But no, that's going to be it from us in the booth. Thank you guys, and we will catch you guys at the start of our next stream.